The breath, video 4. As we mentioned previously, the breath is the source of life. As we breathe in and as we breathe out, with every inhalation and exhalation, we can notice this process. We can notice as we're being sustained, as we're being kept alive. But we can look at the breath at 3 different levels, each level corresponding to each aspect of our being. So we can look at breathing in terms of our physical body, then we can look at breathing in terms of our energetic or emotional body, and then we can look at our breathing in terms of our mental body. In terms of our physical body, when we breathe in, we can feel our upper torso expand. We can notice the change in our physiology. We can pay attention or feel the beating of our heart. So we can notice the breathing process on a physical level. In terms of our energetic body then, as this oxygen is passed around the body, distributed to the cells in the body, each one of these cells uses the oxygen to burn the sugars within the cell. So we all know that to burn a fire we need to have oxygen. Well, it's the same. Each cell in our body, in order to be able to break down and burn the sugars, need the presence of oxygen. So depending on our ability or the capacity of our body to distribute this oxygen evenly around the body, our cells may be more effective or less effective in breaking down these sugars. And then on an emotional level, each cell has the capacity to process emotions. So what are considered or referred to as the molecules of emotions, these can be processed by the cells around our body. And so our emotional being is also affected by the capacity of our bodies to distribute oxygen around the body. In terms of our mental body then, well, first of all, we can look at the brain. The brain itself is made up of cells, and each of these cells need a high amount of oxygen in order for the neurons to be able to fire and to process data. But besides the mechanics of the brain, we can just look at the breath, that life-giving, life-sustaining force. As soon as it enters into the body, it gives rise to the mental processes. It triggers any kind of stimulation within the body, and so that there's a movement. And we can look at the functions of the body from a very biological, very tangible, physical point of view. The truth of the matter is, at a very fundamental level, this life-giving, life-sustaining force is stirring up a movement of mental fluctuations or mental processes. And this is taking place at a very subtle level, right from the beginning. So we can see then that the breath is what bridges our physical being with our energetic being and our mental being. The breath is the bridge between our physical body and our mental body, between our bodies and our minds. And so how we use our breath, how we breathe, has an impact on our being at a physical, energetic, emotional, and mental level.